I'm Eva Coel, and I'm a business coach with BA 353 at the University of Tennessee. Our final project for this summer was actually to paint the Rock. The Rock is one of the landmarks on campus, and different things, different people paint it. So what you see is everyone's feeling that Marketplace rocks.
All right, so this is Dark Matter, and we just got finished competing in Marketplace Live business program scenario. It was a really great experience. We got to learn a lot about working together as a team, and then getting multiple people's heads together to make a decision, and then to stand by that decision, put it through this program, and then kind of see how that played out over the course of 8 quarters. So that was great. Yeah, it really challenged us to think about a lot of different things and to coordinate with other people on our team, divide up tasks.
Even though more decisions get added as the quarters progress, you get into a flow of how you make them, and it sort of starts to become second nature by the end of it.
Yeah, I would also say the business plan. After we developed our business plan, it made things so much easier to make our decisions, because we kind of knew what we were, our goals and our strategies had already been put into place, and it was basically just how we were going to achieve our goals.
We learned that Marketplace is really easy to use. We really liked it. We learned a lot, like how actual business works in a way. We kind of worked as a team to come up with all of the decisions. We didn't really we didn't have each person do their own thing. We all did it together. That was easier.
With our group, and I think this is probably why we got along so well, each person brought their own expertise to the table, and then we took input from each of the team members before making our final decisions. So the group had their hands in every single aspect of the business decision making throughout the entire process.
I was very surprised by Marketplace Live. Coming into the class, I was very intimidated about working in a team and doing something that's so extensive, but luckily we all got along pretty well and we all meshed well together. And even though the simulation is very intensive, the more you do it and the more you work with your team, the easier it comes.
The greatest lesson will have to be that you have to work together with each section and learn how you affect how each section performs.
Another aspect's that no matter what your numbers show and how much planning you put forth, you never know what the market's going to do or what your competitors are actually going to do from what you're predicting they could or possibly would do.
I think it just allowed us to do a lot of real life experience without the risk, so that was really nice to be able to go through all those decision making processes and just kind of see how a real business runs without actually having to take a hit in the real world.
Team experience, I think it will help us in the future because we learned how to communicate in a business environment and act professionally towards each other.
I thought the team experience was very valuable just in learning how to get along with strangers and maintain those relationships throughout the entirety of a project.
In Marketplace, the biggest lesson we learned was to be more aggressive earlier in the game. We ended up winning in our section and had the highest demand, but if we'd pushed to have higher capacity and more salespeople earlier on, we could have hit that demand in quarter 5, quarter 6, and could have had an even better quarter 8 than we had.
It's essential for there to be communication among all team members and for everybody to kind of have a basic understanding of every facet of the company.
I think the team experience was a really great asset to this course in particular, because I feel like other business courses you really just work on your own, but this allowed you to get, again, some real world experience, so you don't just jump into the business place and you have to work with a team in a lot of those situations, so now I kind of feel more equipped upon graduation.
It really helped kind of pave the way to know what I would be doing in my future and within a corporation.
I definitely thought that the simulation was one of the more applicable activities to what we might experience in everyday life in the business world.
We learned that it takes a team, takes a village to make something happen. Any business is too big for just one person to have it all in their head. Even if you have a strong leader, you're going to want to divide up this task and get input from everybody. And yeah, we really practiced doing that, 8 solid, 9 solid times. And just having that real dress rehearsal, really gives me a lot of confidence for, doing the same thing out in the real world, as they call it.
It's definitely, it's fun. I mean, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's stressful. It's a little bit of everything. You just gotta take away everything you can from it. You're gonna be stressed at sometimes, but that stress is gonna pay off. Like we saw at the end of quarter 8 when we sold 10,000 units. We didn't expect that, but we put the work in, and look what happened. So you just gotta
It was very stressful, but watching us succeed was probably, it was just good. Worth it, yeah.
Marketplace Business Simulation, they start and run a firm for 2 years. There's 2 different universes that we had. You can see all the different names of the teams. They came to the Rock and put their logos on it this morning. It was the final team building exercise for BA 353, where we went over all the lessons learned, which I know we had students talk about that, and we look forward to what their future is going to be and the transferability of the skills that they've learned in Marketplace.